So I went to orientation and I got my class schedule, and I'm really super excited. And I know I said schedule weird, and I don't worry about it. So what happened in class? Well, orientation was like interesting, and it was like fun. At first, the people were really, really high energy, and orientation started at 7. Anyway, so at orientation they gave us lunch, which is good because orientation cost you a good amount of money. So we walk into the gym after all these lectures, and I've been separated from my parents, and there's this girl who's like, oh, I don't have any friends, and my parents aren't here. Can I hang out with you? But I ended up having her like following me around like a lost puppy, and she was a little weird. But she was from the Bay Area, so that's, I don't know, it was interesting. My mom's like trying to ditch her, and my dad's trying to keep her up with us, and I'm just like, oh, I feel so bad for this girl. I don't know, it was a little overwhelming. Anyway, so we walk into the gym, and they're like, oh, make sure you get your book. And I was like, my book? My what? And so I go over, and they give us this. They're like, this needs to be done by the time classes start. And so then I'm like, alright, I'll be a good student. I'll read the introduction, since this is called Polovia. It's the sacred book of the Mayans. And I don't really know much about the Mayan culture, so I figured I should probably read the introduction. So I open up the book, and I'm like, intro. And I start to read the intro, and it's talking about pre-Columbian Central America. I'm just like, I know nothing of this. This is in a different language, basically. And it took me, I sat down, I got my computer, I'm like, I'm going to understand what this is trying to say. And so I get my computer out, I have like 4 pages of Wikipedia up, and I'm trying to figure out all this different stuff. Every time a new word comes up, I go to the dictionary.com and figure it out, and it was crazy. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And it took me like 25 minutes to get through 1 paragraph. And I did that for about 2 pages before I was like, you know what, I'm not reading the intro. You know what, no. It's gonna take me so long to read the intro. So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna skip to the actual text. Anyway, so I turn to where it starts, right? And I was like, this is gonna be so bad, I'm not gonna know what's happening. I open to the first page, preamble, right? Do you see this? Look. 5 lines, and the rest of this, footnotes. And it's like that for every page. 2 lines, footnotes. 3 lines, footnotes. I was very astonished that that's what it ended up being, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake. And now I've slacked off, and now I'm behind on schedule. Really obvious clothing change. So my computer completely filled up on space, and I hadn't downloaded the pictures that I had taken off my camera onto my computer, and I was unable to do that because there was absolutely no space on my computer. And then when I was like just about to finish filming yesterday, my camera filled up on memory, and I was like, cool, now my computer's full on memory and my camera's full on memory. So I bought an external hard drive. And the question of the day is, or the week. Question of the week. Let's do that, because that makes more sense, but it's not as catchy. So question of the week is, what 10 things do you wish were normal? You can't wish fictional things real. So like wizard robes are something you can make and wear around. Like, I own a pair of robes. That's fine, but you can't be like, I wish Mordor existed. Like, I don't know why you would wish that. Anyway. Now I have to edit this. The editing is going to be interesting. Isn't editing going to be interesting? You know what? Editing would be more interesting if time machines were involved in editing.